Boukhiam, a former winner of this event and a surfer from the Challenger Series. Marco Mignot in green. Watch out, this guy is going to take it in the air. And Frederico Morais, the city surfer from Portugal. It's going to be an amazing heat to watch.
Again, really heavy heat. I reckon now in the round of 16 is all the guys are amazing, and anyone can win.
How much, I would say, do you take note of those surfers to improve in your surfing and in terms also of motivation?
Of course, of course. I mean, the guy surfing is where I want to get to.
Well, you have a really strong surf, Yolanda. You surf amazingly.
That's why I got based on. I mean, I want to surf like the best guy.
I didn't know that guy. Matthias seems like he's a really, really good surfer.
Yeah, he's very young. He's like 15, I think. Surfing really good.
Yeah, nice style, sharp. He has this kind of surf of similar to Sam Peter a little bit, the French surfer. And he did manage to find a really long wave in this beginning of the heat.
It was about 4 tons. That's just really rare here.
Yes. So, who do you think will destroy this heat? Who would you bet on this one?
I mean, I got a bet for Frederico Morais. He's on my team. He's in the Portuguese team. Yeah, I gotta go for him first. And I mean, I like all the guys. I think Ramsey's got a really good backside. So if he puts that one off, he's a really heavy dude. So he'll throw buckets of water out.
So fast and so radical.
If you see him surfing in like 1 foot waves, it's like, how can such a big guy surf so good in these small waves? It's incredible.
And he does have this city surf, you know.
Yeah, definitely. It's incredible. He hasn't actually got there yet because his surf would suit definitely the CT. I think mainly like right point breaks. He would do really good, I reckon.
And here it is, surfing a left-hander with his beautiful style. Really smooth.
Stunking in that one, making sure he...
Yes.
Just to put a score down.
And Matthias Canhoto already scoring a 4.17 in this heat, the best score so far. Adding some pressure on the shoulders of the most experienced surfers.
Yes, definitely.
Watch out, Marco Mignot. We know he can be deadly on those close-out waves. He loves to take it in the air. And Frederico Morais.
Oh, nice.
Why not?
Why not going
he knows
for the...
how to do it also.
Yeah.
Some people forget about this, but he's a really good surfer on the rail, but
he goes for the airs. Yeah, he can. He just had a really good result in South Africa in one of the challenges, and he busted a few big airs.
Yeah, him and Vasco in the past when they were younger, they were doing airs all the time, and they went popular for their rail game surf, but they can also take it in the air as we watch Ramsey closing out this wave.
A bit smaller wave.
Marco Mignot, it was not bad. It was a strong re-entry, but only one maneuver and kind of basic. Instead of this, Frederico Morais, not real high.
Not really high, but nice rotation.
Yes, a lot of control.
No grab.
Might take it around the average or a bit under average score.
Still no score down.
As we do have the last heat winner with Caroline Saran, Timothée Bissot.
Yeah, guys, I'm here with Team Bissot from Guadeloupe. Team, wow, your last hit was just big show. You had the best wave out there. You served them well, full speed, big turns, big scores. How do you feel?
I feel good. The waves were obviously bigger than yesterday, and I feel like the bigger it gets, the better my surfing is. So I'm happy about the condition of today and happy to get a few good waves.
Yeah, and you told me it's your first contest of the season in Europe for the European leg. Obviously going to the quarters with an objective of winning, I'm sure. What's your objective and your strategy for the future of the season and the Challenger Series?
The future strategy obviously is to do results. No matter what contest, it could be a 1,000, a 3,000, a Challenger, it doesn't matter. I've had a good year so far, made a couple results. But yeah, I'm focusing to make sure I'm there next year in the Challenger Series divisions.
Yeah, and you look in really good shape, really motivated, as you said. What's your training? What have you been doing so far to get at this level, at this confidence right now?
I've gone into a program with one of my friends from the US. His name is Cody, and yeah, he gave me a program to be better in those conditions. You know, like harder conditions. And I feel great. Obviously, my partner Ellie, my girlfriend, she's here with me, and we're just training, surfing, and having a blast. So yeah, I'm super happy.
Yeah, all in good condition, and thank you, team, and good luck for the next of the event. Thank you.
Thank you, Caroline. Yes, Tim Bissot up and ready to fight till the end. He's ready here with his girlfriend supporting him. As we're gonna say goodbye to Yolanda because you have a heat to prepare.
Yeah, I gotta go, guys, but thanks for having me. Well, Matthias just smashed that left.
Yes, Portuguese surfers are on fire.
We'll see if we could get another win for two Portugueses. That would be fun again.
Yes, but give your best.
Thank you for having
behind
me.
you, supporting you, and all the best for the rest of this event.
Thank you.
Okay, as we saw some wave surfed during the last interview, the scores are in for now with Matias Canhoto, the young surfer from Portugal, in the lead, but from nothing because behind him Ramzi Boukhiam has a 4.4. Only a matter of average scores in this heat. Frederico Morais with a 4.83 on the little air reverse. Marco Mignot with a 4.0 on a single maneuver. It's an affair of small scores for now, and anything can change till the end of this heat.
Rack, nerves and tension for those surfers. We're gonna go through round of 16, then into the quarters, all the format on man and woman on woman. Last wave from Ramzi, just
Whoa.
Powerhouse surfer.
Yes, that's his trademark, huh? Strong and tight turns on the backhand. He's deadly on the right-handers.
And he turned really into a big man. I remember him 10 years ago. He was like
he was a shrimp.
light. Yeah,
he was a shrimp.
Little shrimp, really tall, really thin. And now he must be in at 85 kilos, like really strong, muscly, and that shows in his surfing. Really surfing on the rail, you know, bit of an old school kind of vibe on certain turns. Really and doing good as well on the Challenger Series. Ramzi, he's in the top 10 right now, so it's gonna be you know, intense end of the season. As a reminder, the Challenger will stay in Europe with Portugal, then we'll be heading to Brazil, and then finishing as usual in Hawaii in Sunset. Matias getting a wave there of no consequences. It's going to stay under the average. But, you know, we had some big score previous heat now. Bit difficult. And as we can see at the back of your screen, that swell is rising. And just on the forefront, Frederico unleashing also some trademark move from the Portuguese. He loves that frontside wrap.
Yes, I think he heard the last wave of Ramzi, a 5.5, and he knew he had to do something to react to that score. Ramzi with a nice little off-the-lip floater re-entry. And Frederico Morais surfed that wave pretty nicely. We're going to watch on replay.
Yeah, we're gonna have that front view, or that's actually behind the peak view. Just he loves wrapping. He knows that to do that. Put him on the 6-foot wave with an open face, and he's one of the best at that forehand turn, as Ramsey just did really well to hang on to that floater.
Yeah, it seems like the previous hit was tough to find those best waves, and right now the quality of the wave is getting back on offer. Watch out, this guy is gonna take it as high as he can, and he makes it.
Yeah, and he's
Pretty
happy.
stoked
Yeah,
about this last air reverse. Not really high, but the wave was so wide and moving.
Is that the first really completed air reverse?
Well, Federico did
oh,
one
okay, yeah,
just previously. Obviously, Marco Mignot made the best of the exchange.
So Federico got, like, for his reverse, he got a 4.57.
Yes,
so that
exactly.
was a better reverse, you reckon?
Yes, I feel like it was a better one. The wave was bigger. He went a bit more in the air, so he's gonna reach. It might reach the average score.
Okay, yeah, he
or
was
even
after
higher.
a 4.81, so he's gonna get it, and he's gonna get, like, the best score of the heat so far. So good indication from the judging tower. They like that reverse, they like the air for a 6.07, putting Marco Mignot in the lead. Second now with priority Ramsey Boukhiam, third Federico Morais with second priority, and Matias Canhoto, the other Portuguese, in fourth with the third priority. But they spread now a different spot of the lineup, so the priority won't play a big difference unless we reach the final minutes of the heat. But still plenty of time on the clock. Marco Lacomar getting ready. Not a local, but nearly. He lives 20 k's north from here. One of the best surfer in Rossegor, La Gravière.
Yeah, he's a heavy man, and he's, I'm sure, enjoying those conditions today. He knows he will take the better and bigger waves and smash them as strong as he can. We're going to take advantage of those bigger waves, that's for sure.
Yeah, and maybe, Romain, a little word on equipment this morning. I mean, not easy to choose the right board. There's a bit of size, bit of rip, bit of texture on the water. What will you be carrying out there if you were surfing, or what will you recommend?
Well, I'm not sure the epoxy equipment would be the best today because of those chops, as we watch Ramsey spraying out those first two turns. Yes, nice wave selection, making sure he can back up his best score of 5.5, needing to improve on the 4.4. But yes, well, the waves are tricky. They're quite fast. They're not really big. So you don't go on a step-up surfboard. You definitely stay with a short surfboard. But I don't know. There's a lot of chops. I'm not a big fan of epoxy when it comes to surf with those chops. Ramsey seems to surf an epoxy surfboard. But he's a really heavy and strong surfer, so he can manage to control those water movements.
And in terms of tails, you know, the question came from the image we had from Marc Lacomar, where Federico Morais on a good-looking right, taking some. Never. You can see he's really waiting for that section. Unfortunately, getting unstuck. I was seeing Marco Lacomar with that Channel Island board with, like, a really square kind of tail. So.
Well, it really depends on everyone style of surfing, and you can see some of them surfing with round tail, squash tail, square tail. It's a matter of how do you prefer to surf in those kind of conditions. We've seen some of the best surfing 2 feet waves with round tails, and some others are surfing huge waves with round tails. So it's only a matter of how do you feel those surfboards and your style of surfing. Marc Lacomar is a really powerful surfer, so I'm sure he enjoys those square tails to spray and have the release of the tail also on the lip instead of some others, maybe like Ramsey surfing a bit more with carves and on the rail, maybe loving a bit more round tails. I don't know, it's up to anyone.
Yeah, okay. And important score, Romain coming a 5.77 from Ramsey, the surfer from Morocco. So that puts him in first place. Now we've got Marco Mignot chasing a 5.2 for first place. Federico needs a 5.85 if he wants to see more of that Rip Curl Pro Anglet, as we got Ramsey paddling, and it's probably gonna unleash. That's what he does. Really strong turn, another one like vertical, really in good rhythm, Ramsey,
yes.
Romain.
And he managed to hit the lip twice in a very small pocket. As we see Marco Mignot also attacking the lip with a lot of energy and impact. Pretty stoked about this last wave, making sure he's showing the judges he wants to make that hit. Watch out also Matthias Canhoto. He went from the first place of this hit to the fourth.
Yeah.
Yes.
Plenty of action. Federico Morais trying to find a better section. Bit of disappointment in the body language. He would have liked a bit more opportunity or open face on that wave. The Portuguese.
Yeah, the wave died a bit early. The first one was pretty nice, but then nothing much on this one. He's gonna get back to the outside. Ramsey with the single priority right now in this heat.
And he's probably heard the crowd, because there's a fairly hefty crowd, and
wow.
in here in Anglet.
You see how spicy this epoxy surfboard is under his feet.
Yeah.
In terms of drive, you know, an epoxy surfboard will never get as fast as a PU surfboard, I think, in those kind of conditions.
It's the recap. Ramsey, like really pushing. That was the last wave.
Really spicy surfing.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got what it takes for the Challenger and for the World Tour, Ramsey. And
really nice surfing from Marco also.
Yeah.
Taking a lot of risk to throw the tail over the lip.
I mean, the level of talent and you know, the quality, those top, you know, there's really looking like nearly a Challenger series. I mean, it's a WQS 3000, but these guys, they're really pushing their surfing. Now, Federico, he needs to show way more than that. A bit of a frustration again from the tall Portuguese. He's got his work cut out, because there's good score again coming from for Ramsey. Doesn't improve on his 5.5. Ramsey just got a 5.3, but Marco, he got a 6.07. But waiting, we're still waiting on two scores.
I think the 607 was from the air
yeah,
reverse.
Yeah,
so
you're
we're
right.
still waiting for this last wave. This is live action with Matthias Canhoto in red. Is he gonna take it up? Yes. So nicely, well done.
Yeah, really well controlled. A lot of wave surfed, so that explains why the judges, they kind of taking the time. It's 4 minutes. 4 minutes into.
Yeah, this was the recap of the previous hit.
Yeah. So that's a recap of last hit. So. Maybe we're gonna reset that.
Yeah, Team Bissot taking the best of this hit. It was the previous hit. And
yeah. So we're gonna give you the scores, because that's gonna be of importance. Romain with Ramsey waiting for the last of Rams. Coming. That's, puts Ramsey back into the lead with a 5.83. That's the recap, Romain.
Yes, Matthias started this heat very nicely with a really nice surf. He took some medium waves and managed to combo a few turns, while the most experienced surfers were struggling opportunities to reach higher scores. But it went like the older surfers of this heat finally found a few waves, especially with this one. Federico Morais throwing the tail in the air with a nice little air reverse. Matthias Canhoto with some tight surf found a few average scores, but never got the possibility to go higher. This was a nice little air reverse from Marco Mignot. Ramsey went on his backhand. We know he's deadly with those hacks. Really tight surfing also from Ramsey.
Yeah, a lot of waves surfed in a matter of 2 or 3 minutes, so we were waiting on that last score from Rams, and 5.83, that's gonna be definitely a keeper. So a lot of pressure.
Yeah,
door still open, but I mean, when you look at Ramsey and Marco scores, now it's you know, the requirement from Federico and Matthias is a bit higher. It's in the 6.4 range. So wave selection now, you can't really take off on the medium or small waves.
No, the judges clearly prefers the bigger waves, and we can see with those last few waves surfed by Ramsey and Marco that major maneuvers can get higher scores. It's still tight. It's still tough to surf. Those waves are moving so fast. The sandbank is making those waves really fast. Unfortunately, Federico is still struggling to find a big score and hope to make this to the man-on-man format.
Yeah, and that priority is gonna play out. You see Marco Mignot just making sure he's gonna have the right of the choice, as we will be welcoming in a few short seconds Tim Bissot in the booth, winner of the last heat and on fire this morning. Tim, thanks for joining in us. How's the sound on the micro? Not too loud?
A little bit.
A little bit too loud. Okay. Romain, do you want to stay, take a break?
I want to stay with Tim Bissot,
yeah,
of course.
Yeah, of course.
I'm with the man.
I knew you. Yeah, one of the men of the morning. Definitely, that's the man.
Good to be with you guys.
Yeah,
thanks for coming. That's we appreciate the support and the inside knowledge. So you had the good heat, strong surfing. What was the state of mind this morning? How did you prepare for that? You know, strong heat straight off the bat, like good opposition.
Yeah, I mean, the waves are way bigger today than yesterday, and that gives way more opportunity to the surfers. You just have to find them, keep busy, and complete your waves, and you'll probably make 90% of the heat today. Yeah, it's tough. The tide is going lower, and the waves are just starting to close out a little bit more. But overall, it's pretty fun today.
Okay, we were talking about Romain, about equipment. How many boards did you take to Anglet, and what board did you choose this morning when you saw the conditions?
So I have my quiver. I have a quiver of like 9 boards that I travel all around the contest with. It's a shaper from Australia, Stacy. Shout out to Lee, the shaper, if he's still watching. So yeah, I kind of take 2-3 boards to just see what I'm gonna be using during the heat. Obviously today there is bigger waves, but I still use the same board as yesterday.
Okay.
It's not. I have step ups. If it gets a little bit bigger, I will use them. But for now, it's still pretty small. Like it's not 6 foot.
Okay, we're gonna have a short commercial break, and we'll be back with Tim in a matter of few seconds. So stay tuned. Back in a few moments.